Hey guys, Robert here from Master Guitar Academy. Today I want to introduce you to a simple idea called string skipping. And as the word implies, it means we are going to play across strings, but we're going to skip one string and not always play the most adjacent string. So there are two main benefits with this technique, I think. And the first one is that you are making your fingers go in ways that you may be unfamiliar with. Because we usually play runs, memorize runs, and we sometimes get into a rut when we think we sound the same all the time. So by employing some of these string skipping ideas, you can break out of that rut and come up with new, fresh ideas. And it's also a good way to really learn where notes are on the fretboard, because you can use this idea when you're practicing scales. Let's look at the E minor pentatonic. Maybe we play these notes in the beginning. Maybe we move the hand up. And now we switch to not the A string, but the D string. Maybe we now go to the A string. See what I did there? I went from A string to G string, skipping the D string. There, it happened again. So, it's a very simple idea. But you can do a lot with it. And then when you combine these string skipping ideas with licks and runs that you already know, you can break out of that rut where you feel that you sound the same all the time. So I would like to encourage you to work on this technique when you're practicing, because you are going to learn where the notes are on the fretboard better, because your playing is going to be more varied. You're not going to play the same old runs all the time, because you have to force your fingers to switch and skip strings. At first, that's going to feel like that's kind of hard and unusual, but that's the point. And then, once you get more used with applying string skipping, you're going to be able to play more interesting licks and lines. Because when you play scales and arpeggios with a lot of variation, you're going to sound like a better player. And using string skipping is going to give you that variation. Now, let's take a closer look. So, overall, the concept is really simple. Let's take the E minor pentatonic. A lot of the times when we play this box or position, when we switch strings, we go to the next adjacent one. For example, or the other direction. Now, let's introduce this idea of string skipping. So what happens now is that our fingers are used in a way that you may not be completely familiar with. And that can give some ideas for phrasing and coming up with cool licks and hip notes. So in this case, I was using the E minor pentatonic. So for example, you can go from A string, and instead of playing D string, I'm skipping to the G string. I'm just doing hammer-ons here. And now I can start over on the D string and do the same approach. I'm skipping the G string and go to the B string. Right? So if I do that together, and that's the concept. You just repeat it wherever you like. And this is using the E minor pentatonic, but of course you can use it on the E major pentatonic. And you see that I use often 2 notes per string because that's what we do with the minor pentatonic or the major pentatonic a lot of the time. But you don't have to. You can play 3 notes on 1 string. Those notes are from either the E major scale or the E major pentatonic. And then you can skip. And you can play 1 note on 1 string. Maybe something like this. That sounds really cool. And what I'm doing here is A string, then I skip to the G string, and then there's just 1 note there, and then the B string, and then skip the G string again, coming back, and back up to the B string. See, very simple. But it's that concept of skipping strings that makes it sound cool. And of course you can use it on the major scale or the minor scale in all the modes. Even this is string skipping. I'm just playing 1 note per string. But I can quickly change that. And of course, this will work on any scale. Let's take a look at the E Aeolian, the E natural minor scale. So I'm playing on the G string, the E Aeolian, then I skip to the E string, three notes per string. And if you start on the D string, I skip the G string and play the B string. And then you can continue that concept, any strings you like. All right, that's it for this lesson. If you like this lesson, give me a thumbs up on YouTube and add a comment and make sure you subscribe, please. If you like what I do here on YouTube and you would like to learn more, please check out my website, Master Guitar Academy. That's where I have tons of lessons in a variety of styles, different difficulty levels, backing tracks, and I have Sound Slice. Sound Slice is this amazing technology where you can see the video and also at the same time see the tablature synced with the video. Extremely easy to learn from. And did you know that with a monthly or yearly subscription, you will have access to all the premium lessons that I have ever done?